Welcome back to another 1,000 Pound Sister and Best Friend recap. Let's talk about the last episode, starting with 1,000 Pound Sisters. So last week, remember, Amanda just announced that she's moving 14 hours away out of Kentucky to Florida to be with her new man. And everybody's devastated except for Tammy. Tammy's just eating her salad. She's like, I don't give a f-. And it was so funny how she just did not care. Amy was crying. Chris was upset. Misty finds it very shady that none of them have met her new man yet. And that is kind of weird. Like the fact that she's trying to move there for him and he doesn't want to meet any of her siblings. That's a little shady to me. Like, what is he trying to hide? So Chris is going to try to talk some sense into her, but he has to do it in a strategic way. He can't just come out of the gate and be like, you're making a dumb decision. You need to think with your head, not your coochie.
If Amanda's leaving because of any of us sitting here,
sorry you feel that way.
Sorry you feel that way.
So Misty, Chris, and Tammy are at the gym. They're all talking about Amanda and how long they think their relationship is going to last. They're like, oh, I'll give it a few months, maybe 1 or 2 at best. And Tammy's like, yeah, he doesn't know who the real Amanda is yet because she is a monster when she gets mad. Okay, I know she's trying to act all innocent and sweet and kind right now, but just wait until they get into their first fight.
And she is super selfish. And I know I'm wrong for saying all this. I don't care anymore.
Amy is cleaning her house because she has hoarding tendencies. It runs in her family. Her mom was a hoarder. Her grandma was a hoarder. They were all hoarders. So Amy just really is conscious of, well, I don't know how conscious she is, but like, I guess every few months she tries to clean out all the junk in her house. So Tammy and Chris are over helping her throw stuff out, but every single time they pick up an item, Amy finds reasons to keep it.
I want to keep that too.
I thought the whole point was to get rid of the clutter.
But they do end up getting rid of a lot of crap. So after they're done cleaning the living room, they sit down in the dining room and Chris picks up a book that is on the dining table and he says, "What kind of book is this?" And Amy's like, "Oh, it's about our grandpa." And then she casually says that their uncle murdered their grandfather by putting antifreeze in his tea. Okay, so I'm going to put in a clip of Chris explaining what had happened.
Back in 1986, he took a bunch of loans out in Grandpa's name. And when they were starting to come due, he also took the insurance out. If Grandpa got disabled, the bank would pay for the loans. So apparently he was trying to disable Grandpa and ended up killing him.
What? How are we just finding this out? Or did I miss the part where they talked about this in an earlier season? Because I feel like they were just way too casually putting that out there. Oh, our uncle actually murdered our grandpa back in 1986. I need to find this case. If anybody knows who the uncle's name is or the grandfather's name, please let me know down in the comments. So yeah, the uncle was actually convicted and he went to prison for 10 years, which I feel like is so short, 10 years for murder. And then he went MIA from the entire family. Nobody knows where he is or what he's doing. Amy and Tammy try to find a fun activity to do to boost their confidence. And Amy suggests a burlesque dance class. So they're going to take a limo to that class. And I wonder if TLC covers the cost for everything because they're just randomly like, let's take a limo. And the other one's like, yeah, let's take a limo. So if TLC is paying for it, then why the hell not, right? They need to find stuff to do. And I'm sure if they had to pay for it, they could just like sit around the house all day and TLC can't just film at the house all day, every day. So yeah, why not a fully decked out limo ride? So in the limo, they have a charcuterie board, they have a driver, they're pouring the drinks, they're drinking the drinks, and they're dancing to some music. I mean, Amy is in a great mood.
Look at her. She know she look good and she bad as she wanna be. Go ahead, walk it out right in front of me.
We in a limo, bitch!
They get to the dance class and Tammy feels very uncomfortable because everybody's in like a tank top and booty shorts and she's not comfortable in her skin yet. She feels very insecure. She feels very out of place. But Amy? Oh, she's having a blast. She's feeling herself. She feels free. She feels great. She even takes her pants off because all the other women are in similar outfits. So Amy rips off her pants and she's having a really good time. And I think this bothered Tammy because she kind of snapped at her. Because she said something like, oh, everybody's going to go blind seeing all of her body because she just keeps showing it off. I don't know. I'm going to put in a clip of exactly what she said.
Amy's always been kind of carefree. Everybody's gonna leave here blind after seeing your big ass all day. Literally. I understand she's got thinner and she's comfortable with her own body. Good. But not everybody wants to see it.
She says it's embarrassing that Amy always wants to show off her body and show off her ass. And I'm definitely sensing a little jealousy and bitterness for sure. And I don't blame her. I think it definitely comes out of insecurity that she needs to work through. And I've been there. Honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest, I've been there. I've taken it out on other people because I am jealous of them because I am so painfully insecure. The dance instructor comes out and she's plus size and they start with stretches and then they start learning how to dance. And Tammy is very, 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 very limited in what she can do. And I don't know if it's because she literally physically can't do it or if it's because she feels uncomfortable. But Amy, woo, she was feeling herself. She was really into it. And I just felt bad that Tammy was kind of off to the side judging her and critiquing her, because when you're starting to feel confident about your body, you don't want someone to shut it down or to make you feel dumb. I knew that Tammy was doing it out of insecurity. That doesn't make it right. I'm just saying I understand why she was being so judgmental. So I felt bad for Tammy and I felt bad for Amy. Meanwhile, the older siblings are hanging out at the bowling alley. Now remember, Chris is going to try to talk Amanda into not moving, but then she tells them that she already got an apartment down there. So it's too little too late. According to Amanda, Florida is just so much better for her lifestyle because she loves the beach, and Florida is just healthier overall. Kentucky only offers fried food, but in Florida, there's fresh food, according to her.
Everything down there, there are so many places I can go and get fresh, like fresh fruit salads, fresh any kind of salad you want. I love it down there.
After the dance class, Amy and Tammy get into the limo and Amy's just trying to make conversation. She was like, oh, that was so much fun, right? Did you like it? And Tammy is very short. She's very quiet and she kind of seems annoyed. Amy lets out a burp and that's nothing new, right? They always burp and fart, but Tammy tells her it's very rude.
God, I burped in a limo. Check that out.
And then she lets out a loud, long, watery fart and Tammy loses it.
Blow that back that way.
Stop it, Amy.
They start arguing, they start fighting, and Emily, where the hell did Emily come from? Amy's like, you can't talk to me like that. That is so rude. I don't deserve to be spoken to like that. And then she leaves the limo.
Very rude, disrespectful. I'm done, and I'm not playing. You are not my goddamn boss. You shouldn't have just talked to me like that. That's all y'all do is run your goddamn mouth. No, that's what you do. And complain. Well, goddamn fault. How is my fault? Who the was playing with a goddamn sausage for over an hour almost? Who's this remind you of? I'm not being talked to. This is bull. Can't handle it, don't stay in the kitchen.
And that's where the episode ends. And in the preview for the next episode, they're planning a family trip to London. And oh my God, I can't wait to see them in London. The Slaytons in London. I loved London. I've only been to London once and I absolutely loved it. And I cannot wait for them to go. Now let's move on to 1,000-Pound Best Friends. This is season 3, episode 4. Megan, Vanessa, Tina, and Scott meet up at a dance class. Now, is this the week of the dance classes? Because the Slaytons were just at a dance class, and now these people are at a dance class. Scott was told that this was going to be just a regular schmegular cardio exercise class, so when he gets there, he realizes it's not just a dance class, it's a spicy dance class. They get into the room, and there's a poll for each person.
Come on in.
Get in there.
What the hell? Come on in. Welcome to Twerkicize class.
Hell no. N-O.
Vanessa, what the
It's an exercise, Scott.
5 minutes in, Scott needs to sit down and rest because his back hurts, and I have been there when my lower back kills. after even just standing for longer than 5 minutes. Like I had to crouch over, like when I would go grocery shopping, I would need a cart and I would have to like hunch over because my lower back would kill. I feel so bad for all the loose skin that Vanessa has. I really, really hope that she can get Betsy May removed. Like, I'm sorry, Betsy May, but you gots to go. Scott goes to Dr. Proctor. He was supposed to lose 30 pounds, and he's not sure if he has or not. He asks his mom if he looks a little thinner, and then she says, well, you look a little flabbier. It's like, okay, thanks, Mom. He tells Dr. Proctor that he has been exercising and eating right. Now, the first month of his weight loss has been a little rocky, but the second month, he really pulled himself together. So now it's time to weigh in. He weighs in at 581 pounds and he's super emotional despite not meeting his weight loss goal because he's never lost weight before. Every single time he's gotten on a scale, it's always gone up. So he's kind of proud of himself. He's feeling himself. So he lost 15 pounds in 2 months. He tells his mom when they get back into the room and she smiles. She's like truly happy for him. She seems surprised. And then things go downhill from there, like real fast. Mom tells Dr. Proctor, honestly, I think your goal of 30 to 40 pounds was way too high. I don't think it's possible for him. So the fact that he lost 15 pounds, I'm like really proud. And he's like, well, you know, ma'am, it's actually really easy for him, someone of his size, and he's been eating like crap his whole life and he barely ever moved. So for him, it would have been actually really easy to lose 30 to 40 pounds in the first 2 months. And she's like, oh, really? Like, I had no idea. And the doctor goes, yeah. And it really has to do with his diet. It starts in the kitchen. How is your diet, by the way, Scott? And Scott goes, I could have done better. Like, okay, I did go to unlimited wing night where I shoved 40 wings in my mouth, but that was only once in the first month. Like, I've been doing pretty well. And then Mom goes, that's not really true. You were there last week. You ate a bunch of wings last week. And Scott shoots a look at his mom, like gives him the shut up, Mom face. And then the mom asks the doc, how do I stop him from eating string cheese? And the doctor was like, oh, you know, actually string cheese is fine. Like, I'm fine with string cheese. And she goes, yeah, but he doesn't eat just 1 or 2 a day. He eats 10 in one sitting. And he gets really mad. He did not expect his mom to out him like that. She's just inserting herself too much. And she's like, I gotta be honest, Scott. You have to be honest with your doctor. And he's like, Mom. And he storms out of the office.
You know what? I'm going to be the bad guy here. I see him because I find the wrappers. He's eating now 5, 6. It's...
Don't you dare start.
It's 10.
No, Mom.
In one sitting.
Stop.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
I don't
eat a couple. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just having to be honest. And he doesn't like it when I'm honest with him. Because I see it all.
And honestly, Dr. Proctor kind of looked annoyed. He kind of looked fed up. He was like, what the hell is going on? Now, in the next episode, Vanessa sees another doctor about skin removal surgery. And apparently she's been seeing different doctors and they've all been denying her. Why are they denying her from skin removal surgery? I'm sorry, there's a lot of trains going on. If you hear choo-choo in the background, sorry. Can't do anything about that. Shut up, trains! Yeah, I can't believe Vanessa's getting denied for skin removal surgery. She has lost so much weight. Look at her. She's basically skinny everywhere except for Betsy May. God, I really hope that she finds a doctor who's going to remove it for her. I think it's going to vastly improve her lifestyle.
So sick and tired of when the wind blows. Sounds like I'm at an audition.
And that concludes a recap of 1,000 Pound Sisters and 1,000 Pound Best Friends. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in my next recap. Bye!